I got a copy, Chris. How you doing?
Dealing with a lot of car, more or less, a lot of horsepower and minimal handling when it comes to some of these 87s and whatnot and style. Of course, we're looking at on the Daytona. Give us what your thoughts are, and of course, when it comes down to track temp, driving styles, the car in general. What are we looking at here tonight, Tom?
So yeah, again, these drivers in these 1987 Season Cup cars here at Daytona. Track temp right now is 136 degrees. It's going to be really hot, really slick, as we're seeing a couple drivers put it on the wall here at the end of
Yeah, we
qualifying.
are.
These things are, they're loose, they're tight, they snap around, and they don't want to turn. They have a mind of their own. They're a handful, a lot of fun, and we got 16 drivers out there ready to get this thing underway and get it going.
And looks like we are about ready to launch this thing as qualifying has ended, and we are lining these jokers up right now. I'm going to be bringing up our starting lineup. Here we go. All right, so we got sitting on pole, my man. Oh, no. That's a Michael Wood right there, and that 99 Machine Blaze Motorsports sitting on pole. We look for him. We were already considering him as one of the ones to beat out here and look for, so he's already sitting on pole looking pretty. We got Steve Johnson in that 1 in that P2, Chris Carroll in that 17 in that 3rd position. 4th position is a 62 of Jeff Dillon. 5th is going to be Brian Zimmerman in that 28. 6th is going to be Zach Goyer in the 31. 7th is going to be EJ Marshall in the 16th. We got the 8th position, Keith Taylor in the 07. Derek Whitford in the 42 in that 9th position. 10th position, Brandon Metler in the 15. Looking at the 11th position of Jeff Clifton in the 51. Tyler Clemens in the 38. Going to be hitting it up in that 12th position. Going on down through our list. We are looking at, looks like the 4 car of Mr. Marr himself in that 13th position. We'll get our scroll on here in a second with Tom.
Yep.
And that,
working on it's not letting me scroll at the moment. So.
Oh, roger that. So we got in that 13th position. We got the 4 car of Tanner Marr. We have the 14th position of 69 of Mr. Morrison himself getting her done. All right, Hartpence in the 75 in that 15th position. Cale Butler in the 64 in that 16th position. The 44, Raymond in that 17th position. Our man Tom Freitas looks like he is in the 32 car, qualified. Yes, all right. And in the 18th position, 19th position is going to be the 06 of Miller, 46 of Raposa in the 20th position. And I think that is rounding out the top 20 at the moment here, folks, as we're still fighting with our lineup here. But we are underway here for tonight's race. We're looking at 80 laps in tonight's race here, folks, with a fuel strategy and a length of possibly 18 to maybe 20-ish laps, depending on draft and what these guys are doing with their go fast. So that's going to be looking at 5 stops at least when it comes to their fuel to get these guys to that checkered flag. So they're going to have to budget that into their strategies along with the attrition rate of tonight's race here at Daytona with the 87s. Track temps. Ooh, here we go, folks. She's going to throw a little wrench in the system here if you don't already need one already.
Yep.
Track temps, my man. Let's go over that. And what is that going to do to the 1987s out here on this Daytona track?
It is going to make these cars loose and, basically be spinning out coming out of the corners, and also tight coming out of the corners. So if you got someone right on your trunk lid there going into the corner, it's going to want to spin out, and then coming off, it's just going to want to go to the wall. So look for these drivers to be lifting and using some brake to help these cars turn, especially as tires wear. Tires are a big concern. These cars eat up the right front, and they only have 2 extra sets of tires in the pits. So look for tire strategy is going to be a big thing tonight. Save that right front as the pace cars get ready to pull off, and we're about ready to set this thing under green.
All right, here we go, folks. We're going to drop the hammer here in just a moment. Get rid of that slow joker of a pace car. As a 99 brings us to the start checker. We are underway for tonight's race here at Daytona. You have 1987 Cup cars on this track and looking to blister it up here with these hot track temps. We already have looks like the one in the Hot Wheels machine trying to get a little something happening on the outside by himself, but he's going to have some company here in a minute. Looks like the inside line is really starting to already form up nicely. These guys are looking there to hot race this thing down the back stretch up to the outside. We got the 17 of Carroll trying to go for that early lead on the outside. 99 of Wood still holding it down on the bottom. Zimmerman right up there on the outside line, giving it a oh man, that's an Allison move right there. These guys go screaming to the front here. Come across, start check line. Carroll gonna go ahead. New leader, 17. Zimmerman in that 28 now in that second position, followed by the 99, our pole sitter, Michael Wood. Got the one car of Steve Johnson on the outside. Firm on the outside, looking for some help here, but to no avail as we're looking at the 62, making a jump again to the outside, getting around the 99, 16, no, that's 62.
Yeah, that's 62, yeah.
62 deal, and there we go, 62 on the outside. Now he's going to get some help, maybe possibly by the one of Steve Johnson. Got the Bandit machine. Here comes the Bandit. Running it here, the 51 of Clifton. Looks like this guy's going to shape up nicely on the outside. Get some good momentum here. Ooh, one's making a little audible there as he jumps to the bottom. Rocking and rolling. Still green flag. Into this thing good. 3 laps into it. Now these tires are starting to heat up like if they're not already hot with these track temps. Sitting over the 100-degree mark. I'm sure Tom will get us the exact figure here in a moment.
Oh, yeah.
And the 51 down on the bottom right here. Now he's got a huge run with the one of Steve Johnson now making his move toward the front here. But my, oh my, where'd the 99 go? 99 of Michael Wood. Look like he is screaming on the outside now, just trying to find some kind of help. Some good maneuvering there happening though, but still side-by-side racing from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th positions at the moment. All up. Man, this is going to be some good heat coming up.
Johnson real sideways coming off turn 2 there.
That's
heck of a save. He was on it.
We're going to need it too, Tom. What are you seeing out there? 51 going for the dive?
Yep. And just to, give little fans a little insight here, these cars having the restrictor plate They were just doing 218 miles an hour down the backstretch going into turn 3. So just keep that in mind. They are moving.
Yeah, buddy. 99, Michael Woods falling back to the pack right now. Could this be part of strategy, or did he just get stuck in that hole?
I'm pretty sure, knowing Mike's part of his strategy, 80 laps, he's got a long race. He's going to hang back there. You know, you got, roughly about 5 pit stops. He's just going to, hang back and let these guys wear their stuff out.
Absolutely, but and wearing out they are, but jockeying for position. All of this is looking for that back 15 to 10th position. Looks like we got Tanner Marr in that 4 car in that 9th position right now. These guys are trying to get a little bit further ahead of this little tornado. Now these guys are starting to line up a little bit more here, see if they can produce some speed and get a run and get back up toward the front. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're going to check in. He is now gonna. He has picked up in his cruise right now. You look out there on the back of his car. Picture is getting a good run. That 28 of Zimmerman was holding strong with them, but you got to run to the outside of the 07 of Taylor. Taylor, side draft by the 28, trying to slow him down, which would slow down the 17, give these guys a chance to catch up, and to no avail. He's going to slow up a little bit on the outside with the 16 of Marshall now. He's got himself that fat run coming across that. Ooh, we got a car sideways, and it looks like it's the Chummy Miller machine going into the wall. And we're going to bring up that replay, I believe, here in just a minute.
These guys are staying
Everything's green on track. Now starting to single file out just a little bit more. You'll see the 28 jumping down to the bottom here. Yes, sir. 51 with his run. That inside line starting to move just a little bit here. 51 picking up some positions as Clifton now finding himself in 4th position. The 07 of Tyler is maintaining that top 5 with here comes the Hot Wheels man.
We got the replay up here. We're going to check out Chummy's incident here.
Okay, here we go. Yep. Go ahead. And Cinder.
Oh, okay. So we got to back that up a little bit. But yeah, he was looked like he just got loose there. I'm gonna back that up here a second.
Okay, so single car incident, steps himself around, and out he goes into the wall. Unfortunately,
it's tough, and like we're saying, with these track temps, these cars are a handful. They are.
As we allow now dialing it back here up toward the front. Here comes the 28, 16, 51, lining up more or less nose to tail, really generating some good speed. Coming down the tri-oval here, crossed our finish line. Here comes the big 28 of Zimmerman. He wants to with his dance part of 2017 and barely 16 minutes of great run, but he pushed up Pierce over in 1-2 right there. And he ain't going to consider launch out, so he's going to put back a few spots. As the race pace is just, it is moving right now. I'm very impressed with the groups that are formed here. You got this Go Fast group secondary, and then that third, and I believe there's no side-by-side action happening right here in front of us. Oh, got a car sideways and loose.
Oh,
you gonna save it? Oh man, contact into the wall for sure, but I do not believe that's gonna bring out that caution as these guys still remain green. Look at the top 10, 42 on the outside. Want to see 69 of my man Morrison. Morrison right there coming up with the charge. What do you got, Tom?
So, and speaking of these guys racing here, these guys have about another 8 to 9 laps of fuel left. They're running a 50% fuel right now. So the other thing to keep in mind, they got to make stops and they have tires. So who's going to take tires? Who's going to save those tires at the end? Tires are a big deal here. You need all the grip you can here at Daytona. So we're going to get some gas and goes. We're going to get some guys taking maybe right sides. What do you think, Chris?
I don't know. I think, yeah, you're right. I'd see 4 tire changes, but I'm going to see I'm thinking that the first stop is going to be a splash and go. Let's go 100 more laps on these tires. Get us a little bit further. We can save that extreme go fast to the end.
Exactly.
But here's my other thought process, because this is a driver's choice here. They gotta handle that on track. Wow, side by side for the lead. Hold on, folks. We're gonna back that minute here at the 51. Make his car go to 17 with the 07 right on his
Oh, there he is. Nice save.
Hold on to it. Woo, he does. That's nice save. In that 07 now in that attack position now. And the 17 is just looking back on his mirror, looking, oh man, here comes the 1 and the 42. Lots of speed being generated right now with the 17 and the 28 plus his running partner. These guys got separated. Here's what happens: is that once you lose that, your wingman, if you will, then you're going to be under attack, and that's exactly what's happening now. Look at that in that 07. Second position, he's lining them up. Gonna go for that pass. He wants control of tonight's race. We got side-by-side action right behind him, though.
Oh, 2 cars in the wall. There it is.
Woodford and Morrison.
Buffalo, you're doing a good job. Go give us an update on that car.
Hard contact, car sideways, cautions out. First caution of tonight, 13 laps into tonight's race. So there goes our thought process on how to green flag stop.
Yep.
So get some smash and go, save the tires that you have right now, and then on the next one, go get it done. Or, we've seen some green flag racing, right?
And you know what they say, cautions breed cautions, Now, the nice thing that we have going for us is, most of the drivers in this field tonight, we have all raced together, for most of us have raced together for quite a long time. We know how each other's race. We know how each other drives. So it helps, It's not like you're going into a brand new league or a race where you don't know anybody. You don't know how they drive. You know what I mean? So what kind of, for you, Chris, you as a driver, we both have been in iRacing a long time. What kind of confidence does that give to drivers, getting into a race knowing that they've raced with these guys before?
It's less they have to figure out. They understand what driver is going to make what, who has the aggressive and mild tendencies, who's going to hold back and who's going to let it loose. And they know the methodicals, right? So with having that knowledge base already on track with your competitors, it brings out, I think, more of the driver in yourself personally, because now you're more comfortable with your race field, so that's going to let you relax a little bit more in your cockpit and really get to racing. As we see a race on to pit road now, folks. Here we go. Now where's the 99 in all this? So he's back there.
Mike
really
is way in the back. Yep.
Well, let's see what this is going to do for that 99. Our pole
I haven't seen anybody take tires. Everybody's just doing fuel only.
Nice, flash and goes.
Yep.
Now but that's what I was getting to, Tom, right before we got into that side-by-side and lead change there by Carroll, was the mistakes that could happen because only having 2 sets of tires, if we do get in a number of cautions, could these guys accidentally come down and take the tires, not meaning to, then be out of it at the end?
I mean,
simple mistakes like that.
We've all done that at some point in time. You know what I mean?
Roger, that's why I'm bringing it up.
Yes. Yeah, and they're all like, "Oh no," Yeah. So
there's a lot going on in that cockpit, right? Tom?
Yes, 100%. The one nice thing is our fixed setups. So drivers don't have much. They can't really do anything setup-wise. Coming to the pits. But again, tires and faster pair. You have 2 faster pairs. You only get 2 sets of tires. Every time when you leave pit road, it's going to check that stuff back on. So you have to remember to check that off. And luckily, under caution, you can do that. But there are times where, you get a short caution. You don't have a lot of time to think. You're worried about maybe getting some damage fixed or, getting caught back up in the field. You forget. And then when you remember, when your pit stop comes, you go to check it. And next thing you know, you're 3 wide. Are you going to check that when you're 3 wide? Probably not. If you do, you're going to cause a wreck,
Yeah, 100%. You have to be focused on it. And yes, we're at Daytona. It's a super speedway. But these cars are not driving Miss Daisy, okay? I mean, they're really not, man. I mean, these cars are a handful at every blink of every moment as they're not just on the back stretch, chalk oval.
And these cars are loose going in a straight line down the straight.
That's right, baby. Get up on that field. That's what I was out here. I can't. Speaking of getting up on that field. What do you know? The pace cars wrapping around this thing right now. We got some lights off, so that's a good sign here. But real quick, as we're coming down the back
Is that the one car of Steven Johnson I see up there in first place right now?
No surprise over here in Innocent.
Oh, man.
You know, I mean, that's Big Johnson right there. I did see his big old jet just land, though. That was bad. Straight up, loved it. That was good. That's how you know
So,
you had Daytona.
Another thing,
folks,
real quick. Check out some of these old, I just got to point out, check out some of these old throwbacks paint schemes. Is this not cool? You know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because you got the Hot Wheels, you got, you know, let's go off on a few other ones. The X side, of course.
You got the X side, you got, you know, Tanner's running, you know, the old Wrangler paint scheme, you know, Mike and the Kodak.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of awesome old school paint schemes that I'm really enjoying this for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, and one more thing, folks, if we get ready to drop the hammer again one more time, all this brought to you by Blaze Pizza and Marriott Hotels, proud sponsors of Esports. Make sure you stay tuned and look us up. But here we go, folks, one more time, dropping the hammer.
Green.
And we go. 17, great jump start right there, but I don't think that's not what he was looking for, because now it's going to give these boys one heck of an ability to line up real quick, like if they can, and they're going to get themselves an aggressive run on the 17, and we can see a possible lead change by the time these guys get the pack kind of stacking up just a little bit. 4-car Tanner Marr got himself a little bit of help by the 38, and possible 42. Will he be? No, he's not going to be jumping down the bump. He's going to maintain on the outside. Look for that X-side bumper. He's looking for that big run. Is what he's looking for off that X-side car right now. 17, drifting to the back as we were expecting here. Big run coming and gone by the 51, but it's going to be a little tip for tat here, possibly. 17 does get a low up and slow up there a little bit. Now goes to the outside. 17 outside of 51, and they're going to go side by inch through the field. Right now, who's going to get the run down the backstretch? 51 and 17, and they both got help. Got the one helping the 51, and the 28 helping the 17. The 28 and 17 have been running together prior to this race. So let's see, or prior on the prior run. Sorry about that. 28 hooked back up. Can they have enough for the 1 and the 51 get back around them like they did earlier in tonight's race and take back over that lead? 17 now high to the outside of 51. Still drag race across start finish line. That's good. 51. Now they're stacking up even further back, folks. We got the 42 in the picture. He gonna wrangle. He threw the rope out, wrangled the leader spin, drew him in. Because here comes Tanner Moore and the 42. Huge run right there. Let's see what they're gonna do with it. Got the arming machine gonna take the guns to the outside. Oh, Tanner Moore possibly 3 wide. Ooh, big run right there. Here comes the machine. Oh man, they got some good help too coming. Now this pack is shaping up. One heck of a race at the moment. But here we go, still side by side for the lead. 51 is now to the 51.
Oh no.
How you doing there, kids?
Single car incident just turned into half a dozen.
That was what they like to call the big one.
Yeah. Oh man, just wiping all kinds off the track. Good news is here, folks. No worries about it going anywhere, because these guys got some extra cars in the hauler. That was the first big wreck. Everyone's going to be able to get back on track. Flip-flop from some positions just a wee bit, and then we're going to be back at it again. But we do have the 17 and Carroll still marked as our race leader. And we got, of course, looks like Big Johnson in that P2 did get some damage, but we will be looking for that replay here in just a moment. All right, folks. So just in case you're tuning in, this is actually we're switching things up a bit here in the broadcast And when it comes to Front Row TV, Front Row Esports, we were the next gen. We're going to be flipping things over, keeping it easier for all of our the race fans, drivers, everybody to basically find the house, man. Find where is the door where we're going to show it to you. So make sure you start tuning in further on, because we got a lot of racing here in front of us, folks, when it comes down to this whole series of Front Row.
And
What's going on?
real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Butt Kicker for sponsoring this series here. And real quick, this series is a collaboration of Front Row Esports and Crooked Line Racing, both really good leagues. We have members of both leagues that run with each other quite a bit. So this was a collaboration of both leagues to bring an awesome group of drivers to run an awesome era of, NASCAR stock cars, right? So, it's been a lot of work. Big shout out to Tanner Moore. Him and I have been working quite a bit behind the scenes on this, getting this all going. Appreciate Chris coming in and helping me broadcast this. So big shout out to you, Chris. I am actually going to go jump down and grab Tanner, Mr. Moore himself, and get his thoughts on what's going on tonight.
Yep, and they're racing off pit road right now, so they're going to be lining back up. Now it's going to be a good time to get down on that one. But yes, yeah, this is a dual venture, which we're going to have. This is our first one, more or less. We're just getting this series kicked off and started when it comes down to the initial broadcasting. So we'll have all of our sponsors, all those clips and the fun stuff coming up on the races further. But
So-
we are looking for that Tanner Marr. to
Speaking
come
of
up in
Tanner,
this booth.
Tanner, you got a copy.
Got you.
How you doing? How's it going?
Man, oh man, I don't know if you saw that restart or not, but I may need a new pair of panties after that one, because that one's scary right there, huh?
That
Oh,
was
that's a firm son.
That one was scary, brother.
Hey,
Oh.
to say the least, though, man, you guys are running tough out there. We had our 13, almost 14 lap screener, and then we had that big one, and that just happened. Of course, we do have some extra cars in the holler. Everyone's going to have this shot back again. But how is that? How's the momentum out there on track? How's the drivers and the patience that you see being demonstrated?
The drivers are good, way better than what we saw when we did hosted races, right? But this car is entirely different than what we were doing in the hosted sessions.
well, and
I mean,
we're
are
also
burning
dealing
up
with
a
a
right
much
front.
hotter track temp too, Tanner.
Right, it is hotter. I mean, we are absolutely burning up a right front. So everybody pretty much stayed, that went in, didn't take tires. Some people did take tires. But I think if you don't go at least 30, 35 laps in this first set, you're going to be shooting yourself in the foot at the end of this thing.
Yeah.
These tires are going to be a huge factor tonight.
It is. And so, real quick, just how's the, you guys getting some bump drafting? I see. How are these cars pushing tonight? They pretty, like they've been at Talladega, or is it a little harder?
I think, Tom, it's going to sound cliche, but I think it just comes down to who's pushing you, right? If they know what they're doing, I think they're trying to make it work. I don't want nobody bump drafting me right now on lap 20, whatever.
Yeah.
If they stay clear of me right now, when it gets down to nitty gritty, elbows up, I guess we're going to really find out who can push and who can shove. But I feel like
Yep.
that fireworks.
I agree. Guys, you got lap 22 here out of 80. You think a green flag run, or you think these guys are going to dice it up quick and bring on out of the yellow?
We'll be lucky to go 15 laps here without no yellow. I think tires are beginning to start to wear. You're going to see somebody bounce off the wall, and then it's going to be death. I just hope it's behind me.
Right? As long as it's behind you, that's all that matters. Hey, brother, good luck out there, and maybe see you in victory lane. Maybe.
Thank you, y'all too.
All right.
Yeah, you got it, my man. So yeah, I still got some fireworks here, so no worries. I'll light the fuse. You get that win on.
All right on, buddy.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
You got it, bro. All right, folks, so we have the lights out on the pace car now as we are coming in 22 laps of tonight's 80-lap race here in the 87 Cup cars at Daytona. In all this sponsored by Butt Kicker and Blaze Pizza with Marriott Hotels. And here we go, folks, one more time. Green. It's green, all kinds. It looks like there's yourself one impressive jump up. Look who's back. Back again. The 99 of Buster, Michael Wood. Does he find himself in that second position? Going to have himself one heap of a run at the 17. Gets to the bumper. Does not. Decides that he's going to go around him. He knows the speed of the 99, and he's not going to He's going to take advantage of the draft as opposed to working with 17 run on the outside. He coming down the back.
3 wides. Oh boy.
Here we go. Can they hold it? Is what we're looking for. The 44, also with the great run, 69 of Ronnie Morrison. He's right there with the 4-car Tanner Marr looking for the draft off the 17. The one sitting kind of by himself, but here comes the 99. 99 and 1. They're both part of front row, so let's see these guys hook up in tandem here and see if they can get a little teamwork action. But right now we have Tanner Marr and the 17. 17 getting that run. New leader. As we got Carroll up there in that P1, and we have the 1 car of Johnson now sitting in that second position, but not for long. Here comes their crossover move, duck to the bottom. Tanner Marr taking up a little bit of that gap. Switch down and taking over P2 now, shuffling the 1 car. Johnson, 44, rotating underneath them, a little slide out of the 99. Gonna roll him up just a bit, but he does have some help on that bottom, as we see in the top 4. We got the, looks like the 99. Ooh, a little battling happening right behind these guys as we see him starting to in 5th position, 99 to the outside. Ooh, here he comes. Good run right here on the bottom. Looks like the 07 to Keith Taylor. I believe he's trying to maneuver and get himself in a good position here on a decent run. He is. Now look at that. That's a deputy of the lion right now. What's he gonna do with him because they're backed up in front of him? And he got himself. I saw that happening for a minute when he was setting this one up for potential. I thought he was gonna shoot this thing behind it outside by himself. I don't know. Here he goes outside, maybe. Oh, the 44 now getting it run past the Tanner Marr. This guy found some quick step in his step as now he's moving it up to the door of the 4. Tanner Marr on the backstretch here, drag race with these two. Good fight right here as we're on board with the 62 of Jeff Dillon. 62 want to get up in the mix. He's finding himself another, looks like they're trying to get another good run here. We got the 15 low right there, kind of touching the apron, flirting with disaster, if you will. But the 15 still maintaining a good pace here. Here comes we looking at the 75, I believe. Good side-by-side battle. Rocky Harpins, we haven't seen him yet in tonight's race as he's moving his way up toward the front. Rocky right now got himself out of the rocks right there and now skirting forward. Good run right now as he was in that bubble. But look at him gaining draft. Now the 1's going to jump down. He's still going to be able to latch onto that draft. Here comes Rocky right now. Climb to the top.
Fun fact here, I believe Rocky is the only Buick in the field tonight.
No kidding.
Everyone else is in a Monte Carlo or a Thunderbird. So just, and looking at the Buicks, right? The Buicks have a different front end, obviously. All manufacturers have a different front end. You use the back of the cars, actually, like stock cars back then. Mm-hmm. You know, to me, I'd want to be in a Buick at a super speedway. The nose is nice, it's flat, looks like it'd be really good for pushing. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean it does. You have a good narrow nose here. It looks like the corners. He does have a little bit. I don't know. It does have a good flat surface, yep. Round nose, but a little more narrow.
Yep.
So I don't know. Handling wise, it looks like he's got the ability to found some good speed in that thing. Yep. And we got these guys side by side right in front of them. So and that's creating a good pocket of air for this thing to spool up them ponies and that horsepower. And
another thing is, drivers, I'm assuming most of the drivers have not took tires. By now, that right front is screaming. It's yelling at you to, once off the car. That's why I think we're seeing a lot of single file. Everybody's just kind of waiting to get to that next fuel stop to get themselves a fresh set of outside tires now.
Now I'm still looking at 260. The tires may be screaming, but
they ain't slowing down.
So are the motors. I mean, these guys are cooking us.
Ooh, Tanner, loose there in the tri-oval. Nice save by Tanner. Really good save.
as you find Tanner Marr into that P2 on his bumper. Now we got a heck of a race shaping up for that second position. Inside of him is that 44 of Jason Raymond. Jason trying to hold tough on the bottom. Got the one car of Steven Johnson right behind him, giving a good shot right there. Good draft. And this is that 75 of Harpins. Harpins trying to maneuver his way up. And clears that 90. Oh no, in that sixth position.
Oh!
99 to the wall.
Ronnie in the wall. Oh man.
Oh, that we saw that's the right front tire just stinking. Get off that thing, bud. Woo! 99 into the grass, hard hit. Is that right front or left front? I don't know. I saw some tire flying. Oh, maybe it wasn't his, but we'll maybe catch that on the replay.
That was tough.
Yep.
As we're gonna have to back it up here a little bit. Let's go on board with Ronnie here, and watch from his point of view.
Here we go.
Just got tight into the wall. Oh!
He went for the ride.
And that's what we're talking about. You know, the right fronts are burning up. The cars are going to get real tight, and well, that's what happens. You know, they no longer turn.
Since we are in a caution for a minute, can we go back over that big one and see? You know, initially, what was the carnage and where did it? Where did everyone land?
Yep. I'm looking for.
I was curious to see. You know, who actually got all involved and whatnot into that big one here. We do have everyone coming into pits now, folks. So I'm thinking they're gonna get their tires. They're gonna get their get the 4 fresh fuel goods, get full tank of fuel. They're gonna be looking nicely, you know. But with this track temperature on where it's at, I mean, again, folks, this track temp's been like in the 130s is what it was showing. Let me double check on those stats for us right now on our track temp. And see where we're at. 128. What? Grease? Are you kidding me right now? I was just kidding with the 130. Honestly, I really was.
Right.
Oh my goodness, folks. So yeah, I feel sorry for the pit crews coming out onto the digital track because they're burning a little digi feet off, man. I mean, wow. Okay, that's some hot temp right there. As we got replay up, it looks like now we're going to.
Fortunately, I have no replay of that big crash.
All right.
I'm not sure why. Oh, is this it? Might be it. No, that was when. No, I do not have the replay. I'm gonna bring you guys back live here. I'm gonna keep looking for it here. In the meantime, let's
go to our leader.
Yeah, let's go back to our leader.
See who's where, and I believe we're going to be lining up now to get this thing underway. So it looks like the one of Big Johnson. All right, Steve Johnson out here in the P1 at the moment. We'll keep that Harpins in the 75 in that second position, and he's going to be outside. So let's see, looks like the 17 going to shape up behind him. So we know the 17 of Carl has been fast out here all evening, so I know that he's going to have something left to put down on the table. Come toward the end of this thing.
I'm going to quit.
Into it. Yeah.
Big Johnson. It's Tom and Chris in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going?
Hey, not much. How are you? How you doing?
Hold on, let me mute the driver chat. Okay, say that again.
I said, how you doing? How's your race going?
Things are going well. Just kind of riding, trying to stay out of trouble and keep the tires. Looks like a split strategy here. Only looks like 4 cars did not take tires like everyone else took their set of tires. So
okay.
I'd expect to probably just drop to the back here and kind of stay out of the way on this.
Okay, roger that. So we have the 1, the 75, 42, and 99 all staying on their same set since we started the race. Ah, interesting. Okay, so that's going to spin things up a little bit.
So,
what do you think's going to happen?
Yes, what are your thoughts? What do you think going forward?
At this point right now, it's just survive and don't get wrecked, and just kind of make it to the next stop, and then we have 2 sets of tires.
I like that strategy.
There's a significant budget cut on tires allocated for this race. Should have had an extra set. So.
Well, you know what? We can, I think you need to get in touch with NASCAR about that one. You know,
Yeah,
that
I'll
was
complain,
their
buddy.
decision. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Yeah, follow
Yeah, it's all
complaint.
good.
That's all we can do on that one. But man, so far it looks like it's been real racing out there on track. You know, everyone's been patient thus far. We still have a long race left ahead of us. We see the lights on the pace car are off. And remember, we're gonna let the Hot Wheels get back to work. All right. So best of luck to you throughout the rest of this race. And keep it on the shape.
Yeah, we'll see what happens if there's all water up in the first lap, then we should be okay. So, but
Right.
I'm probably going to be in the back here in a couple laps, so that's okay. Just kind of car preservation.
Yep.
All right, roger that on car preservation. Here we go. Getting ready
Good
for
luck,
the
brother.
one more time. All right, folks, here we go. Pace car is off, and we're going to go ahead and get back to the nitty-gritty here. Greener, all kinds, and we are back racing again here at Daytona.
Johnson with a really big jump there.
Yeah,
that start.
that's not going to be the. I mean, that's going to be fine for him for right now. It's going to let these cars spread out, get to, or at least, or get them runs on them, so they're going to get past him in a hurry. But we'll see. We'll see what he can maintain with these old tires. Winning move of the race right here, staying out. He's got some other cats out there with him too. You got the 75, 99, and 07, all the front four.
Yep.
Yeah, so these guys, could possibly stack up traffic. And let these let all these tires neutralize, more or less, equalize. I mean,
Yep.
and then they're going to be back in race contention. That'd be great. But right now they're doing a fine job holding down the leads. We're coming across first lap back into this green run, and one still with the lead. So the 07, 95, the only one who's kind of got a great run, good race happening up front. So what they're looking at so far. Ooh, a little loose right there out of that 42. And the 17 is going to be looking for a bottom line here and has some help. Has a 51 with the run. Ooh, and they're shaping up with Tanner Marr and the Exide McChain. Got the 16. That's Marshall. And they're getting their dig on right now. Ooh, now jumping. They're just, everyone's looking for a position, looking for a place to race.
Yep.
75-42, and the one doing himself a fine job going back and forth, basically utilizing the high line and low line, bringing these guys up together is exactly what I'd be looking for. Is looking for that to control the race pace. Now get to the bottom here, block that run, let these dudes stall up a bit, and let them race next to each other, and thus you're controlling the race pace, pulling each other. Kevin's going to get his run, and we got some out of that.
And the other thing that Johnson has going for him right now there in the one car, being out front and getting that clean air.
Yeah.
People, aero, people don't think aero back in the day, right? Didn't make much of a difference, but let me tell you, these cars get really airtight behind another car. That clean air that he has on his car right now is making it feel like them tires are not that old. He's doing all right.
Yeah, and he is, man. He's really putting down a very nice race pace and show here as he's leading this thing on old tires. And, again, the 17.
He
So
did,
he's,
yep.
So he's like the first car with some Prussians, and he's already held the lead for 5 laps now, call it 6, and doing a fine job. So we're seeing. I'm sure the other drivers are going to be taking note, but I mean, your notes can only go for so long here. This is not a very long race at all. It's 80 laps. So,
Correct.
Like I said, could that have been the winning at the end? 40 laps as we're nearing halfway.
Yeah, and I got to say, I think so, because you figure, if you get a caution with 10 to go, you're going to want a set of fresh tires. That way you can put that car wherever you want it and make that winning move where other drivers might not have that opportunity, So
Yeah.
I definitely think
yeah.
saving a set, was the way to go.
Yeah, and saving the center, they're going to need it with this style of racing we got
Yes,
going
sir.
on right now. Do we skip to the end or what? We got the 75 and 16. These guys are creating a little bit of a warning. I mean, they're going fast. They're catching matching the leaders right now.
Yep.
I mean, here comes a 75, 44, and 51 with the rest of them lined up on the bottom right here. 28 making his presence back known again with the 51 on the bottom, trying to get that run off the 75. Getting 75 slucked in them old dog tires as well, and holding it down in the top fiber. We got to see, I think Michael Wood is back in the 11th position, but he's right there, you know? I mean, so we're sideways.
Oh, boy.
Right, two cars sideways right there. It's Army is going for a save, and looked like it was behind him. Now next to him. Very nice. And falling back a little more, but here we go to the front. Oh, 44 going around the 75. This is for second position right here. We ain't seeing the one because, or no, I'm sorry though. This is for fourth position right here, folks. This is the second group back. So we have the leaders coming up here, and it looks like there's a battle starting to shape up. There is. We got the one on the or the one under attack on the outside is looking at Chris Carroll on the 17. 17 has a 51 or the 44. I mean. Oh no, I'm looking at that one. Okay, yeah. Sorry, there's too many dang screens I'm looking at right now. we got the one right now who is doing a little fight for his life, because I'm sure he even mentioned in his interview to be leading. He was expected to drop to the back, but now I'm sure to his and a good surprise by all means is that he's been able to maintain the lead and stay fast. So really good control over the car. Now the 07 Taylor. I believe he stayed out with old tires, right?
Yes, he was out on old tires,
and
so was Mike Wood there in the 99. He was dropped back. So yes, I mean, the guys that are staying out front, keeping that clean air in the car, you know, they're doing all right on old tires, which is pretty surprising. I'm not going to lie. But again, they're single file. They're not 2x2. So you get 2x2 with somebody, that's going to make a big difference.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like we're seeing right now with the 75 on Harpies.
Oh, man.
Laugh it back again, hard into the wall. We got bumper flying, and 42 takes another lick, and hopefully he still got another car in the hauler. 42,
wow.
I don't know how he didn't go over. That was crazy.
That was gnarly. Yes, we're gonna bring that replay up, right?
Yeah, Tom, you said it, man. That was nar all the way through and through.
That
was great. I mean, horrible. I'm sorry, folks. That's just terrible. But yeah, 75 went for one heck of a ride. Can't wait to see that one again. But we are still under green, and we're looking at the one, and the battle now is going to go to the 07. Carroll still in that third position. Things spread out toward the front here. Single file all the way back to, I believe, about the 10th position. 10th position here. As we look for the fight now, 11th and 12th position between Jeff and Brandon Metler. Brandon Metler in the 90 or in the 15 was trying to get himself a pretty decent run, but here comes the 99. Michael Wood still struggling with those the old set of tires. Got stuck in that traffic and couldn't find his way out of it. As you find still lead line in right there in the group, and waiting for that hopefully next caution or the next chance to get his pit in.
Yep.
Which I'm sure his tires are screaming by now.
I would imagine for sure.
Yep. Oh yeah. But as we look up front, the battle is starting to heat up one more time here as the top four trying to duke it out for some positions. The 07 the pass. Staying on the one just to get the ball on those old tires and basically try to take command of the 15 cars, utilizing a good drop there and basically tag along. And even for that pass, it looked like outside lost those positions. Wait for the back on the 51 Slumber. All these guys running until 17. Looking low. 51's gonna be there. They're gonna snag a little draft here. The one is off a lap down car as they come roaring by him. Kind of pushed the one a little to the outside on exit there. So I'm sure he twisted the wheel a little bit, which probably spiked his temps a moment. So let's see what's going to happen. You know, Johnson right now is he's focused on that. He has to have that, you know, in these turns through the center, you know, keeping the heat down to a minimum on his tires.
So speaking of smooth wheel here, let's watch him as he goes into turn 3 here.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. All right, bring it down the bottom. Okay, minimal. Let's see. Nice and easy, like bring it around. Let the car kind of do its thing. Settle in. Just a little bit. Nice.
Nice and smooth. Very good.
Minimal. Yeah, that's exactly what.
You hear him feathering the throttle, keep that car down on the bottom, keep your tires planted. That's a textbook lap there in old tires.
Yeah, that's a smooth drive right there, and that's exactly why this guy is able to. Ooh, sideways by the 17, just a wee bit on entry there. The 51 maybe took a little air off his rear spoiler there, or what little rear spoiler these guys have, and stepped him out just a little bit. But you also see a little more wiggles out of that 07. I think that's who that was.
Yep.
The 16. The 07 of Keith Taylor.
So these guys are kind of single file right now. We're just gonna just work our way through the field there, just kind of see what's going on.
Yeah,
we got
a good time to go through the field here, bud.
I think we should do it through the field. So
All right.
here we are, starting with P1. Who was definitely got control of this race so far. You got Steven Johnson there leading the way, followed by Chris Carroll in the 17. It's our only Canadian in the field tonight, I might add. Just thought I figured I'd throw that out there.
Nice. Yeah, figure piece of thought.
We got Jeff Clifton there in the 51, sitting there in 3rd place. EJ Marshall there in the 16, who is currently sitting 4th. 5th place is Keith Taylor in the 07. We got Brian Zimmerman there in the 28th, followed by Tanner Marr in 7th. These guys are kind of in their own zip code right now, on their own little island, honestly. Just kind of running by themselves.
And these guys have both produced some good speed throughout tonight, so look for these guys to keep marching forward.
100%. We got Brandon Mettler there in the 15th car. They're sitting 8th. Jason Raymond in the 44 sitting in 9th place. Zach in the 31 is 10th. Michael Wood in the 99 is sitting 11th. We got Jeff in 12th place. Got Kel Butler there in 13th. Tyler Clemis in the 30, number 38 is sitting 14th. Then we have Rocky in the 75, who was the one you see bouncing the ball there, spinning about 7-8 laps ago. He's, sitting there, so 1 lap down. He's hanging in there though. Got Ronnie Morrison, who was slow on the apron. He was just coming out of the pits there.
Yep, looked like it. Yeah,
16th.
Like
Yep. And the rest of the drivers are currently not on track. So Ronnie is the last car on track.
All right. So yeah, that just I mean, again, great field throughout for tonight's race. Kind of separated out a little bit here, so strategies should be coming underway here. I'm thinking, at least possibly some green flag stops. So this is what I was thinking, Tom. That this is exactly what I was thinking on that last caution. Was that what if it goes green, right? And I mentioned that. It's like, what if it goes green? And the guys with the tires should prevail. But of course, the one car has now.
There we go. Speaking of green flag pit stops.
Yeah, baby. There we go. Great slow down and maneuver by the 17 around the 1. But, you know, utilizing those extra tires, I'm thinking that it's going to be a splash and go for the 17 and 51. So they're on opposite tire strategies, and you're going to be looking at a 4-tire change for the 1 car, I believe, right now. For him to maintain that pace as long as he did, that is just impressive.
That is impressive.
You know?
100%. Oh, yeah, very impressive.
All right. I mean, so it's like, you know, again, now it's going to be a flip switch. We're under green flag stops right now.
Johnson just came out as the leader. Okay. I did not see if he took tires or not, but
I did not either.
he is still the race leader here.
I didn't. Yeah, I was looking around. Honestly, I was just assuming he would take tires. What if he didn't?
Oh, I mean, it's possible. It's 100% possible.
Right.
Look at these cars sideways getting off pit road. Johnson is gone in the meantime.
Right.
He's got about a 3-second gap there over what's going to be second place there.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to look that up on his pit stop to see
definitely
what he did here as we get everybody back up again. You're looking at your track up on your right-hand side, so it gives you a good insight of where all the cars are on track at the moment here. So you know, again, you'll see tracker now coming across the one. Yep, the one lit up in green here. That is our number 1, 2, and second. So they're stacking back here. Let's see who's going to be able to get this. What I'm looking for right now is what cars are together. You know, who's together the quickest. Now this is what it's going to tell. Like this pack right here, man. Tom Merrill, I think, in the same. These guys are stacking up real quick. They're going to try to get together, share that draft, build up that horsepower. He got the 07. Let's see, 07, 16, 4, and 28.
Yep.
So yeah, Taylor, Marshall, Marr, and Zimmerman. Let's see if this group can stack up. Ooh, nope, we're gonna go side by side.
They're gonna race here instead of. See, I'd stay single file. You know, run single file, try to chase down those guys in front. That's I don't know about this, but okay.
Yeah, push the 07. That's what's happening right there.
Yep.
He had a push, buddy, and then it followed by a secondary push. He went into the wall that time. So hopefully these cars are as tough as they look because that was pretty good right there. And I know he just got himself his. I know he could. He might have got his 4 fresh field goods. We're gonna look that one up as well.
Yep.
On our track. On our pit stop intel. But the 4 is going to go for the move underneath the 16 right now. Here comes the 07 following, and the 28 is going to follow suit. 04 is going to jump right back. Oh, into the wall!
Oh, boy.
Mark goes and takes the 16 along with him. Oh man, I think those guys both shot for the same thing. He pushed something fierce to come out of there, and I mean, luckily for the wall was there because if not, he would have kept going. But the 4 of Tanamara regains it. Damage looks like damage is minimal, but probably pretty substantial to his pride, as the 4 car's a little low and slow. But he does have some help in his trouble bubble right now with the 16 of the XI car.
Someone is smoking. Who is that? Michael Wood? They're smoking.
Uh-oh. I thought we got enough barbecue on the 4th. Now we gotta get more over here. Okay.
That is, Michael Wood is smoking there.
Man, Toast with the Moe's, bust out the steaks, and maybe if he keeps going, man, we're gonna get some flame up on that.
Michael Wood with a blown motor, it looks like. It's
down the drain.
Oh, and a. We're gonna.
That's a right front.
We're gonna.
That's a right massacre.
We're gonna look back and see if we can figure out what happened here to old Buster.
He's Toast with the most. Buster got busted, dude.
All right, so here we are. Oh, did he have some help? Just get loose? He just got loose.
Well, I mean, it looked like took some air off of there, and then boom, that was it.
Hard hit. He almost had it saved twice. I gotta throw that in there.
Detonation to the outside wall.
Yeah, that was a hard hit there for Buster. Hard hit.
We got the model in here, but the 28 is Zimmerman now. This is off of that P3. Looking at the 1 and the 1 and the 51. This is for P1 and P2 here.
And real quick, just want to throw out, while all these drivers are battling, Steven Johnson is out to a 5-second lead over second place. So he is pulling away. So these guys need to stop racing, get single file, and try to run down the leader.
Yeah, I'm looking at those stats right now.
You know, looking at the pit stop times, you know, thinking about if Johnson just took right side tires, it's about the same time as a half a tank of fuel.
Look what happened though. The 38 Tyler Clements got with the leader for a while. Those guys were drafting for a bit.
Yep.
And that helped excel his lead even further.
Yep.
And then the second place car, which is the 51 of Jeff Clifton, he is in that, I like to call it Knuckle Bubble.
Yep.
And he's just kind of sitting there by himself, not producing a lot of speed per se when it comes to having help.
Yep.
And well, now Jonathan's pace should slow off just a wee bit as he lost that drafting partner of his, Tyler Clemens at 38. So, and we're also looking at the 51 is falling back just a wee bit to the.
So, I think right now he's falling back to catch those guys so they can try to run down Johnson. That's what he's trying to do right now.
Well, if the 51 just stays pace, stays his race pace, the 4, and that group, and these guys stay aligned the way they're doing, they're going to catch him pretty quick as they are
now,
right now. Here
and
they
the
come.
other thing is,
51 pushing
man.
into the wall. Oh, that slows him down way more than I know he was wanting to.
Yep.
But hopefully he can get a hold of that trap and save it. I don't know. He was really strong with a good head of steam.
Yeah,
so
he is gonna lose that draft.
Yep.
That
So
is
we got the,
that's tough.
That's hard breaking. So we got the 4 car now. Tanner Marsh sliding in second position. Can these guys catch the 1? Can you guys run down Big Johnson?
Yep.
All right,
Now, and the other thing now to keep in mind, these guys are gonna have one more pit stop yet, if it stays green. So
who's gonna nail it?
you gotta be on it for that final pit stop.
Oof, we got some cars wiggling loose here. Now they're going to fight for positions. And here goes the 28 of Zimmerman, thinking he can go faster and lead this thing better, as he's trying to go for the sweep underneath here, getting himself into that second position.
And meanwhile,
back at the ranch,
while these guys are doing this, Johnson just keeps pulling away.
and he's still gaining, folks. Now 9 seconds ahead of the field. So now, did you ever have a chance to go back and look, see if he got himself some tires?
He did get he did get right side tires.
He got right side, so he's getting solid right side tires right now.
Yep.
Very, very interesting. Wow. Okay, so he's saving his a good full set for himself at the end.
And right now the way he's boy.
Contact. Oh, now the 07 and then the 4
Tanner.
into the wall. Trying to catch this thing. What? These guys are duking out like it is last lap. We got 19 to go. I get it, but I guess maybe they kind of given up on trying to catch old Big Johnson.
I think it's right now. It's a battle for second, but
yep,
anything can happen.
Have a pit strategy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you still have one pit stop. You got to nail that pit stop. Getting on pit road. Do not speed. Do not get a black flag. There's a lot of things that could happen here.
Yeah, and it's not like I don't think these guys are trying to race each other. I think what's happening here is that these guys are just getting arrow tight, a little pushed loose or something, and so they're not able to stay this thing lined up like arrow status. And
oh man! Oh my lord!
28, dude!
What just happened?
Oh! It's like he pushed in the center right there, bud.
So
he pushed coming up. Yeah, he pushed coming up and got into the 4.
we're gonna take got into the 4.
Right there. Did he come up?
Oh, and then he came down and got the 16.
Yep. And they're 28 of Zimmerman.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna.
Yeah, I don't have a right front. I'm trying to make the pit road.
Let's we're gonna ride on board with him here, with Brian. He's trying to avoid it. Oh, there's the 16. I believe the 16 flipped over.
Yeah, we never did get a chance to see what happened to the 17 too, or whatever, or the 14, or whatever the car it was that went. 16 thing was that that went airborne. That was awesome.
Yeah. So Edward got tight, like in there in the trial. He caught Tanner, so that's what happened there. Yep. Oh man, that was tough. Oh. Yep.
Oh, and he caught air too.
He did.
He almost flipped it off. Sketch. That was tight.
That was rough. Meanwhile, we are still green. So you got Tanner Moore there getting his fast repair, getting tires. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
back up front.
able to recap, or able to recoup here, but that's why there was no caution thrown out. These guys were able to keep it, halfway point in the right direction.
Yep.
And back up to speed, got her back down pit road, and were able to maintain. But we are looking at a battle kind of half shaping up, I think.
No, that is Johnson that's putting Ronnie Morrison and Kel Butler a lap down.
Oh, yeah. No, I was looking back a little bit.
Oh, you're back.
Looking
Okay.
back, looking back toward the Michael Wood, the 62, the 44, and stuck in the middle was the 99. They kind of separated right now.
Yep.
But it was a good duke 'em out battle back there. But yeah, so we're 15 laps to go in tonight's race, and man, we have seen a lot of action happening on this racetrack.
And right now, drivers are in that window to pit now and make it to the end. So I do look for stops here happening anytime now.
Looking at the 07 in that second position at the moment here with 10 seconds back, and then the 15 of Mettler, Dillon, and Raymond round out that top 5. It looks like we have Mettler who's hitting at the moment here. 15 in pits.
Let's watch him here, see what he does. I'm going to say he's going to take fuel only. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're going to gain the time with 4 impressions.
He's taking at least right sides.
He's right. So these are the.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So right tires.
Okay.
So it looks like, and I think a lot of these drivers, at least some of the ones who are paying attention, 44 locking them up. He may be taking 4.
There is a very good possibility.
All right, so now we have a bunch of takers here, folks.
Yep.
Pit lane is up busy. All right, so and then we have the 07 is in. We have still left out on track though. The 99. So could we see some flip up strategies here? We did see different tire strategies. Fuel, I think everyone's had to stop more or less at the same time. Got to get that,
Yep.
But that last caution did come up a little bit early on their projected time to pit. So, could that spin some things up? I don't know.
That's right now. We only have 2 cars that have not pit. The 62 of Dillon and John, and the number 1 of Johnson. So, first and second have not pit yet.
All right, so we got Johnson still out here. I mean, the way he figures it, he's already got himself one demanding lead here, and so I believe that he's just ride this thing out till he's on fumes.
Yeah.
Then splash and go it, maybe with another right side set. I would be.
Here he comes. He is coming down pit road, and Kel Butler is falling. Oh boy, Kel is really hot. Oh no! Oh, Kel spinning on pit road.
I believe that's Blaze Pizza Fire Oven hot right there, folks. That's overcooked there on that one. But we got the one. Bring it in. Let's see what he's gonna do. Race leader, Steve Johnson. Steven, those cars.
Yeah, he's taking. Yeah, right sides. Yeah, right sides only. He's going back out.
So you gonna ride 80 laps with I'm curious, but he said I think his laps
Yeah, they're gonna be. Oh, he did just lose the lead though. So the 62 has not pit yet. So let's jump to the 62. He's in a battle here now with Tanner, Michael Wood. He's got some lap traffic.
So I wonder, is he, can't be doing no fuel strategy. Everyone's going to have to.
He's got it. Yeah, he has to come in for fuel. That's a must.
Where's that going to leave him, though? Yeah, because he is, he's running, probably producing some good lap times, but
he is pulling away from Johnson, but it's not going to be enough to stay in the lead.
That's right.
He's going to drop back to at least 4th once he pits.
be a splash and go for Dylan in that 62?
Maybe. It's what he's hoping. Just
the-
take enough fuel to make it. Tanner's in the wall again.
Uh-oh. Yep.
He saved it.
More damage to that car, but he's still got enough car left, so it should be all right.
Yep.
62 looked like he's trying to go for a move to the outside, so he's still trying to further advance his position. You know, or, you know, the other thing is, too, maybe not, you know, when these cars are, he's stepping it out to the outside up there, maybe trying to get a little more air to his car and help that thing turn.
Yep.
You know, I mean, that's definitely possible.
The other thing is sitting there behind that lap car trying to save some fuel. What's less fuel you got to take?
Sure. But that's also one more control that the driver input control that the driver has to do while hauling a nail around this track right now.
Exactly. Because right now, he's about, let's see, going into turn 3, he is almost 9 miles an hour slower than they were at the start of the race. So yeah, he's safe.
Stepping out a little bit there.
Here he comes. All right.
Let's
See what he does here.
I'm thinking splash and go.
I'm thinking so too.
Box him up a bit. Hopefully don't flag it now.
Nope. But this is going to give Johnson the lead back as Johnson takes the lead back.
Good news. 121 degree the track tip is now.
Hey, it's getting cooler. That's good.
All right. Oh, there he goes.
Slides him. What's he doing? He's taking tires. Oh man, that's gonna
That
cost.
was his only chance. His only chance with the splash and go.
Yeah,
But
he needed to do a
still,
splash.
Figured he probably didn't need enough fuel and tire. You know, same time for the tire as it is for the fuel. So
Yeah.
take it and go. But we got the one taking back over the lead. 14-second difference right now as he's coming
You
out
got
of
a
the
battle here for second here between Taylor and Metler here.
And see, no, 75 not for position.
Nope.
So just these two duking it out for that first and second. We're inside the 10, 7 to go here, folks. So this thing is going to be wrapping up. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to tonight's race, of course. All this brought to you by Butt Kicker, Lay's Pizza, and Marriott Hotel. So we'll appreciate all the sponsors helping to bring this thing to life. And I'm sure these drivers are having themselves all kinds of fun out here tonight, folks. So for all the other drivers out there, this is an open style of a series. So, well, invite more or less. You need to come over and qualify, see what's up, talk to these admins. If you're interested and you think it's something for you, you really enjoy what's going on, man, I'll look these guys up so you can get a hold of this program because it's lots of fun being had out here on this Daytona. And since we got a few minutes here before the end, Tom, can you give us a quick insight of this series, where we're going, and what it's all about?
Yeah. So again, you know, 1987 Retro Cup brought to you by Butt Kicker. Big shout out. Thank you for sponsoring this series here. Again, this is a collaboration of myself and Tanner Marr, two of the lead guys, you know, me leading Front Row Esports and Tanner leading Crooked Line Industries in iRacing as we love racing the 87s. We're like, you know what, let's get a league going, let's start this. And so we did. Spent a few months getting everything together, getting all the drivers together, and here we are. We're having some really good racing here at Daytona, a lot of good strategies, a lot of talented drivers in this field. Definitely enjoying it tonight for sure.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is too, it's a small field starting out, and I think what's going to happen when this field really grows here, you know, over the next few weeks, months, and throughout the rest of the year. So
exactly.
You know,
So
really excited to see what's going to be able to beat.
And if any drivers are interested, feel free to send a message to Crooked Line Industries or Front Row Esports, and Tanner and I will get you set up and to get you going. I just seen Michael Wood there off. Look, he was spinning there coming off 4. Yeah, Michael Wood is back in the pits.
Oh man, he's just having himself one heck
He's
of
having
a
a
night
tough
tonight.
night. I know, and he loves these 87s, so it's heartbreaking to see him have a tough night, for sure.
Yeah, all kinds of trouble for the 99 tonight. As you see 28, Zimmerman, he is coming to the pits right now, so he's also fighting those similar battles as opposed to what we're seeing plagued with the 99 car. As Brandon Miller here still fighting it up tough.
Yep. Good battle in the second.
Right.
Right now, Johnson is in his own year. I don't even know if you call that a zip code.
No. He way more than that. It's more like something out of the Avengers.
Wasn't it? Going back, wasn't it what? Wasn't that 1992 and Bill Elliott was 2 laps down at Talladega, came back and won the race? Remember that?
Yeah, kind of the same thing, but not, because Johnson was never in any way shakes or what sorts of being laps down, and once he got to the front.
I think Johnson's car needs to go in after the race, needs to get a full teardown. That's just my opinion. He's got some.
And I'd recommend him not putting it back together.
Right, he's got some nitrous under the hood of that thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, we are coming to 2 to go here.
Yeah, and we have the 07 and the 15 going side by side. This is going to be the battle right here for the cross the start finish line, at least for position. And these guys are not giving up, so they're going to keep it side by side. But it looks like that inside run for the 15 is working coming across the triangle. But here he goes, 7 jumping behind the 15. One last run is what he's trying to set up here, maybe with the help of get that P2. But we have Johnson running away with it. He's coming across start finish here in just a moment. Oh no, sorry, 1 to go. Here we go. 1 to go for Johnson, taking the white
final
flag.
lap for Steven Johnson here.
Checked out, gone. But we are looking at the battle of the 07 and the 16. Steele, almost grazing the wall with the 07, pushing the envelope, trying to get every ounce of that dog he can. Steele, side by side action. Johnson going to go ahead and take the win, but the 15 and the 07 are going to go side by side. Cross the line here in just a moment. So who's going to have it? 15 gets the run on the inside, gets past the 07. 07's going to challenge back, but will he have enough time? He's got to run side by side one more time down the backstretch. Here we go, throwing it in there. The 1 goes in across our finish line. Congratulations to the 1. And the 15.07, here's where the battle's at. 15 back underneath him again. Here he goes. Utilizing sport grab. Keeping himself off the ball.
Bumper.
Oh! Across the finish line. Who got that? The 07 did.
07 Taylor.
Yep. Put across sideways. That was awesome.
That was good. That was really good.
Yeah, he really pushed that thing on the bottom coming out there. Tried to sidetrack. Got all kinds of air nasty with him.
Yep.
That was great. And heck of a run by everybody. That was good stuff. I'm really looking forward to a bigger field, though. I really am.
100%. 100%. So Steven Johnson winning another one. Man, I got to be honest. You put this guy in a race car, it doesn't matter what it is, where it is. He figures it out. He drives the wheels off it. And here he is again.
Let's kill the board and light him up. kill the tower.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Was that a mistake or was that after?
What happened?
There's a photo shoot.
Okay. Nice.
That was great. We wanted that one more time. Let's see this.
No burnouts for Johnson.
No, we got busted instead of burnouts. Let's see this.
Wow.
That was great. I mean, not great, but that's explosions, all kinds. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's see. Was this payback or was this just not paying attention?
I don't know.
Let's go to Zimmerman himself. Let's go to Zimmerman himself.
Let's get to Brian here.
I got to teach you how to use this thing, Tom.
Well, we're dealing with some screen issues here. All right. Here we go. We're on board with Brian here real quick. He was aiming for him. Yeah, he was.
All of that about. Wow. Man, that looked like he was just...
Well, nope burnouts for Johnson there. That's what we were kind of hoping for.
And not only that, it's going to create all kinds of mishap and whatnot in the driver drama, if you will.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Well, let's bring up the running order here, bud.
Yep. No, it's not gonna let me bring up the running order. Why?
That's it.
It's just it's taking its
You just
time
gotta,
here.
you just gotta ask it nicely.
Just gotta ask it nicely. I know.
Come on. Come on, race program. Let's see. We just want to see the results. Really
All right. Well,
appreciate
while
help here.
we're waiting for that, let's bring in our let's bring our top three up to the booth.
Yep. But while we're waiting to get those guys on over, there might be some mishap happenings prior to this one with the Zimmerman and the Johnson
Yeah.
dilemma there at the end. Extracurricular activity at the end. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was interesting for sure.
To say the least. Just looking for. All right, so we got Big Johnson up in here.
Johnson's here.
Steve Johnson, you got a copy?
Yo.
Hey, buddy, how's your whiplash? You all right? You good?
Yeah, so I was gonna do some donuts, and then the car that ran into me thought I was somebody else. So he junked the wrong car.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Okay.
So it's okay.
All right, all right.
The left side tires were completely destroyed.
Get rid of that screen there, Tom.
I ran the left side tires the entire race without changing them. Because
Yeah,
we were
nice.
under green and I didn't want to lose track position. So I'm like, okay, let's just do right side tires. And then it actually ended up working. And then I just did it again. And I pretty much used every little bit of the left side tires, but I did not expect to be able to hold off the traffic like that on old tires. The clean air really made a huge difference for me.
Yeah, I mean the 38 looks like got a chance to get on your bumper and really helped you out. I think a little bit more Clemens, and was able to at least pick up a little more speed. But you were already out there regardless. You were gone, and
Yeah,
you were seriously gone.
he was able to ride with me for a little bit, but it was just again keeping the clean air. Like I was looking at the scoring tower and I'm like, how am I turning faster laps in clean air than traffic? But maybe like I said, I can't tell. Maybe the traffic was really like racing hard or something like that. But
Yeah.
the clean air really made a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they were going side by side and duking it out back there. But I don't think it was more or less they were trying to race. It was that the air was moving the cars around, making them push, things of that nature. So they couldn't stick into that solid arrow line to catch you, is what I think was going on there for sure. But I mean, dude, you had an amazing run in that car. Again, once again, what was that that tire wear in that on the left, if you don't mind me asking?
Left front was 21 and left rear was 31.
Oof. They were basically gone.
Oh,
The,
you're lying.
the plan at the beginning of the race was to take it really easy the first 40 laps and then take
Yeah.
a set of tires on lap 40 and a set of tires on lap 60.
Yep.
But the problem was that when everyone pitted on lap 35 or whatever it was, almost all of them took tires. And I was like, oh, this is, I'm just expecting another caution 10, 15 laps later. They stayed green. I'm like, if I take tires, I'm going to lose the draft here. So I have to do something different. I'm like, let's take right side tires, and then if the caution comes out, we'll take the lefts, and then we'll work out it from there. But it just we kind of got backed into a strategy that actually ended up working.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, surprisingly, but I was expecting to see four there at the end, but but you surprised us once again with the 2 tire stop, and you were able to, again, maintain that lead and that clean air. You proved to be such a valuable tool for that one car and that horsepower you had in that thing. You were able just to really maintain. So again, man, great run, and dude, super stoked for you, my man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, this is going to be a fun little league to run with, and these cars are an absolute blast to drive, especially on the super speedways.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you've proven that fact right then and there, buddy.
Yep.
Congratulations to you one more time, and man, we'll look forward to seeing what's going to happen next week.
All right, thank you.
All right.
So we
Let's
got
see what we got here.
we got P3. We got Brandon. Brandon, you got a
Go
copy?
ahead, Tom. Why don't you take him there, Tom? Get us P3 going on.
Brandon Metley, you got a copy? Hello.
I gotcha. Here we go.
Hey, there you are, Brandon. P3. So give us a little insight to your race. How was it? And
Yeah, I kind of backed into it a little bit. There was a group of 4 cars in front of me. that I was running 7th or 8th at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got behind the game on the pit cycle there and just couldn't get in the draft. And they got like a scuffle. I'm not really sure what happened. I'm sure you guys saw it maybe, but
Yep.
just kind of backed in that 3rd place position. And then I knew I was really good by myself and I could have a chance for 2nd. And then I short pitted a little bit because I got to thinking, well, if I want to pit here, I might as well get most of my tires I can and pit early and
Yeah.
get the more laps on on the new tire. So,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
but it's just kind of how it worked out. I was battling there for 2nd for a long time, 10, 15 laps, it felt like, and had a great battle side by side. And came down really to the front stretch and come out of 4, and it's really fun. Good way to
Yeah.
kick off the season for sure.
Yeah, it was awesome seeing you two battling it out. Now, what were your thoughts there when Steven Johnson there was just gone? Do you have any thoughts, any ideas what to do, anything going through your mind?
Well, to be quite honest, I don't think I ever saw him that last half of the race.
Okay. Okay.
On that last restart, I started very, very back because I was getting damage fixed because of the thing on pit road, and obviously he was up front the whole time, and I was making my way through the field that last run, and just never got up there to have a chance, and never had a caution, obviously. So
Yep.
he obviously was pretty quick, running by himself, growing a gap on everybody else, so he deserved it.
Yeah, he definitely he was wheeling that car for sure. So awesome job. Congrats on a P3. Does anybody want to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Got to thank my Five Kings teammates, Tanner and Jason Wynn, who are with us tonight, and Jason Day and Scotty Stevens and Josh Sexton. All the guys are racing with us on some of those nights of the week when they can make it. Got to think of our Five Kings sponsors, McConey Setup Shop. Got to thank my personal page, Bam Racing Videos, YouTube and Facebook. Really good things happening over there, and
Awesome.
the sport over there is going really well. So,
Heck yeah. Brandon, Chris here. Gotta give you a quick little holler. Man, great job tonight bringing in that P3. That race at the end, side by side, happening was, I mean, yeah, dude, that was a treat at the end in itself. Him stepping out sideways, you maintaining that line and that run, and of course that drag race. And yeah, that was about 10 laps, I'm thinking, side by each right there. But, I mean, you were really doing everything you could to try to get that draft at the end, be the last one to get the draft out of you two, as you guys were cat and mousing it more or less. So, is that what you were styling it out for them? Were you really trying to focus on trying to have that be the last one to get that last ounce of draft?
absolutely was, yeah. And I was trying to kind of see what he was trying to do because he was getting the run off 4 lap after lap after lap, and eventually he kind of backed up, trying to set myself up without 2 or 3 to go, trying to see how the draft would come off. Coming into 3 and coming off of 4 to get the run off of 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I beat him to the line the last couple laps, and then that last lap, he obviously got the draft down the backstretch, backed it up, got the draft down the backstretch, and got me come out of 4. So it was, like you said, just cat and mouse game, trying to figure things out and see what happened.
Yeah, I mean, but sideways across the line, dude, that's always exciting. You know how that goes, right? I mean, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's always, and then coming across the line for the position. So I mean, just fantastic run for you. Now, were you? I was trying to go back, and I can't remember who it was, who was involved in a little bit of an incident about midway through the race, went almost airborne. And I was thinking it was like either the 15 or the 16. I couldn't remember. You didn't have to get airborne through the race, did you?
Not to my knowledge, at least.
Okay, so I think it'd be the 16 on that one. Okay, I was gonna say, good touchdown if it, back to ground if that was you. But no, great run for you tonight there, bud. I mean, super stoked for this whole series, and I really hope for this thing to expand and continue to expand, and we might see a plethora of drivers out there making your job that much more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. And again, got to thank you guys for broadcasting the race and getting the word out there, because without you guys, obviously we wouldn't have much interest than we do now. And first race we ever had in 87s and Crooked Line Racing, so we're off to a good start.
Yep.
Both of my 3rd place finish tonight and just kind of the future with their car count tonight. So appreciate you guys too.
Oh yeah, looking
absolutely,
forward
buddy.
to it.
Heck yeah, thanks again, dude. We'll see you at the next race, bud, next week.
All right, sounds good.
Bye to that, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, so I mean, yeah, that was a pretty exciting race for the kickoff of this 87. So again, we're gonna have all the theatrics and more coming to light here. We get the cameras up, all that fun stuff. You'll be seeing a lot of that coming out. So we'll get to talk to these drivers a little more personally, more in depth. But great run and a great race, I think, by all. So I'm really looking to see how big the field's gonna be out next week.
Yeah.
Speaking of next week,
yeah.
where are we?
Speaking of next week, these drivers are at the old school Charlotte Motor Speedway. Going to be doing 100 laps there next week. So look forward to that.
All
Going to be a
right.
lot of fun. The old Charlotte in the '87s. It's going to be. I'm looking forward to it. Going to be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of good side by side. Again,
Yep.
another strategy track. These cars are just tight, so you got to stay that right front no matter where you go. Daytona, Talladega, wherever it is, stay that right front. So I look forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
So technical and fast
Yep.
for Charlotte here, plus a lot of strategy ahead of us. Now, I mean, when it comes to this style of racing here, up for the 87s, you said we're doing short track and these
So
super-ish and
yeah, so
whatever speedways.
it's a combination of super speedways. Your old your D ovals like Charlotte, Texas. We have
Hmm.
North Wilkesboro in there, iRacing Super Speedway possibly. The new Atlanta's
Wow.
going to be in there, or the old Atlanta. We might mix it up. But
Hmm.
yeah, you got some short tracks, some mile and a half, some super speedways. It's a nice mix of a schedule. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Man, sounds like it's gonna be all kinds of fun.
So, and
Oh,
speaking of that, to another just real quick again, just want to give a big shout out to Butt Kicker here again for sponsoring the
yep.
series. Giving the championship driver, a nice prize at the end of the season. So look forward to that. And again, just big shout out to the drivers at Crooked Line Industries and Front Row Esports here, as we've kind of merged two leagues here just for this specific series. It'll be a lot of fun, a lot of talented drivers, and I look forward to see how this grows and see how the rest of the season turns out.
Yeah, I'm excited and very interested to see on what's going to happen between Crooked Line and Front Row. Are we going to start seeing a lot of inadvertently teams formed up here,
I mean,
like two team solid thing?
it's
Like you got half the field front, you got half the field cricket, and let's see
you
who's
know
going to work with who,
it,
or is it just going to be a game on?
it's very possible. You got to figure, we've run, you know, Tanner Moore and a lot of the Five Kings drivers have been running over with Front Row on Friday nights for the
Mm-hmm.
last, two seasons now. So we've gotten
Right.
to know those guys really, really well, really good friends, great people. So, it's super exciting to team up, and do this. I know I'm really excited for it, looking forward to it. I think we're going to see some really big things teaming up with them, and it's going to benefit, both leagues, and
Well, yeah,
it's going
man,
to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
dude, I think it's going to kick some butt.
It is.
That's
It
what
is.
you're going to do.
You're right.
Especially with the butt kicker involved. Woo! Good
Yep.
stuff. Well,
So,
yeah, look them up, though, fans. Look them up. Look them
yep.
up. And we'll have more info about Butt Kicker and all of their products and what they feature coming up. So just
Yep.
again, stay tuned, folks. But
Yep.
let's go ahead and let them all out of here and get on our merry way for the rest of our Wednesday evening.
Yeah. So again, just real quick, just thank you all for coming out. Appreciate it. And don't forget to, any drivers that are interested, send a message to Crooked Line Industries on Facebook or Front Row Esports on Facebook, and Tanner or myself will get you guys squared away and ready to race next weekend at Charlotte. So again, thank you for coming out. We will let you guys go, and we will see y'all next Wednesday at the same time.
Like, yeah, keep it pointing in the right direction, folks. And stay tuned.